watching them.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
I would have loved
Yeah.
the whole boat. Are you kidding me? I have enough of this.
Dog's name, Mr. Mayor.
Dog's name, buddy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Sure, I don't know. Can we pass that down?
Yes.
I struggle with
What's your revision?
it. Yeah, it's an addendum to the previous agreement.
Okay, terrific.
Is it? No. Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, it's fresh off the press,
Thank you,
the
Jeff.
pages are kind of sticking. Is that it?
Yeah.
Jade, would you like one?
Sure. She'll need one to put in her.
Yeah, I can send this to you. If it's approved, I can send it to you.
Okay, clock on the wall's a little bit slow. Gonna call a regular meeting in the town of Metaline to order. Okay, need a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes from January 14th, 2026.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from January 14th, 2026.
There a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have a registered guest,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Yes. Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Elizabeth Terrell and I'm a resident of Metaline. I'm here today as a parent advocate for Community-Minded Enterprises. Community-Minded Enterprises is a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving access to programs that build healthier, stronger communities. I'm here to spread the word about one such program called the Ponderay County Child Care Provider Program. This program is specifically for Ponderay County residents who are interested in starting their own in-home child care program or a child care facility. As we are all probably aware, there is no licensed child care facility up in the north end of this county. This has pushed many new parents out of the workforce, myself included. Community Minded's program is specifically working to remedy this. They are driven to support someone in our community in opening their own child care business. The program is set to end in April. So please spread the word. I'm posting flyers around town and I'm with contact information to Abril, who is the project manager. But you can contact me at Facebook with any questions and I will leave you guys with a flyer to post at Town Hall. Do you want me to give that to you, Chief? But yes, please reach out to me. I'm very excited about this program. Yeah, and they're excited to help our county.
Elizabeth?
Yeah.
What does it mean that it ends in April? Does that mean sign ups end? So like if you get in now, it doesn't mean it's over April?
No.
Okay.
So it's, just to explain it a little bit more, I do have some other information here, but it's really to hold somebody's hand through the entire process of starting the business. So
Okay.
they have grant money that was given to them specifically for this because we are a resource desert and a childcare desert. So if they have some more interest, they can get like an extension on the funds. Otherwise the funds, I'm not really sure, goes back to
Okay.
Better Health Together, which is where it came from.
So the deadline is kind of April?
Yes, so if
get in
there,
now.
yeah, so if there's like involvement and there,
Limit you, or does it matter if it's 5, 10, 15?
no.
They're not
So
gonna-
right now, they have one person in Newport that is opening their own in-home. And just based on some really informal surveys, I think we could probably house a couple on the north end of the county.
Easily.
So, and Newport, a lot more even. So, they have an allotted amount of money. They're hoping to diversify where those funds are coming from to expand even broader. But yeah, it's not really how many people can they serve, but like, I don't know how much of
Get
it
that
costs.
interest out there.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Question for her.
Yeah.
Do you have, ma'am, Elizabeth,
Elizabeth?
do you have flyers?
Oh, yes, I can, you guys have a copy machine?
Well,
Yes.
I'll get you one, Dan.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can make
okay.
one.
We'll have some tomorrow.
Class.
We'll- okay.
I can make you one tonight too.
Thank you.
Okay, maintenance report.
We had somewhat of an eventful month with our sewer system. We had some obstructions, so we had Big Sky out here on the 17th We went from the western to back behind Border Patrol, went about 300 or 400 feet up towards Bruce's and got a bunch of stuff cleared out. Then 2 days later, our lift station pump malfunctioned, and with the help of Joe and Alicia Cini, also Rick, we fished that pump out of the lift station and pulled a mop head actually out that was stuck in that. You have to ask yourself a few things, like what was the reasoning behind the mop head going down? Yeah, lots of things there. Anyway, I took a chunk of that mop head and sent it to the FBI for DNA analysis. Waiting to hear back from them. The water plant is good. Some brought to my attention that somebody was in our sand filter, waiting in the sand filter, taking 5-gallon buckets of water out of it. I have discussed it with Glenn tonight. We're going to take further steps to find out who this is. You cannot get in our sand filter. When I get in the sand filter to do maintenance on it, I shut the water off to the town. Depending on what's going on in there, I will leave that water off for 24 hours sometimes before it goes back on. So please, if you see somebody that's in the sand filter, they cannot be in there. We're also going to look into fencing. It now needs to be fenced.
Where's the sand filter?
The sand filter is by the water plant, sort of up Smiley's Road, up Smiley
Oh,
Road.
By the cemetery?
By the cemetery, yes.
Oh,
If you just turn up the road to Smiley Lumber, it's just on the right.
Yeah, we're looking to fencing. There is a big sign there, domestic water supply, no trespassing.
It's a federal offense.
It's a little concerning when people are waiting around in the sand filter. So we're gonna hopefully get to the bottom of that. There's a traffic cone in front of the western. I've ordered a ring to lift that the manhole cover up to street level because it's about 4 inches low. If you open it up, it looks like a fourth grader put it in there. There's some red bricks, and I'm putting a real ring in there, getting the lid up. Well, I'll put some cold patch around that and put that back together. And that's all I got. Any questions?
Thanks, JD.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to business here. Council would like to revisit commercial water and sewer rates, and I'm gonna ask Tim to present that.
Yeah, so Amanda, myself, and Jade met with the RV park owners this last month, and we spoke about the increase in commercial rates. After speaking with the commercial users and considering that we only have one set of current meter readings, it's clear we don't have enough data to confidently determine whether current flat rate commercial rates are equitable across different types of usage. So obviously an RV park who's watering their lawns is using a lot more than a restaurant who's open 3 days a week. So I don't think that they're entirely fair at this time, but I don't have enough data. So I think the responsible step is to gather more usage data, evaluate the actual consumption before making a permanent rate decision. I recommend that we table this item until we get adequate data, like a couple more meter reads, and we form like a working group with staff and council members, and we study the rates based on usage. And that just goes, we've talked about it before, we need to start reading meters, and we need to start figuring out who's actually using what kind of water. So that's kind of what I recommend based on this right now.
So what are we,
I would make a motion that we table this until we get at least 2 more sets of meter readings.
all of the water rate increases?
Yeah, that way we can, and we have to categorize, like we're not really supposed to negotiate with commercial users or any users specifically. It's not really fair. So we can categorize businesses based on like a campground or RV park, or a restaurant, or a gas station, those are the 3 big ones here. But we really need to know how much water they're using.
So, just a question, are you gonna have a new hearing on everything then?
Excuse me?
Are you gonna have a new hearing on everything?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to have a whole new rate study at the end of the year.
For residential and commercial?
Well, yeah, I think that residential would for sure be included in that, because we'll have to go to a meter-based billing structure. I think that's really the only fair way to do it.
So are you going to annul the ordinance that you just voted on?
No, sir, the ordinance, the rates that we just increased are, we have to do, because that's the only way we can balance those budgets, like, that's the only way to get them to even just barely operating.
Yeah, but you misled the community by saying there was gonna be a rate increase. You didn't tell them how much, and nobody showed up, and you weren't even voted in as council members when you agreed upon that.
No,
We
we
were.
were totally voted in,
No,
we
you
were,
were
we were
not.
voted in
You were not.
November, and
This
then
is
we were
not
seated
open for
January
argument.
first. It's not really, it's not really open for argument, we were seated January first, the public hearing we had was legal, and then we swore in the next regular
You
meeting.
were not sworn in until after the 7th. You made
That's-
it-
So we didn't make a vote on the 7th.
We didn't make a vote on the
We made a
7th.
vote on-
Yeah, but you were not sworn in as council members when you made that decision.
We didn't make the decision until we were after we were sworn in, ma'am.
We were sworn
We
in.
had a public hearing and we heard
But
people.
the meeting you had on the 7th, you were not sworn in.
Well,
So that's not a legitimate.
I would-
It's our
That's
next
It's
council.
fine.
We're not
It's our
required.
next regular council meeting, you should look into it.
And let's stick to our agenda.
Let's stick
You
to
guys
the
will
agenda.
have your 3 minutes at
Yeah.
the end of the meeting.
Well, this is not a tyrantcy. You have to do things.
We
did.
had the meetings,
We
we
did.
had 5 people show
You
up.
were not, that's
Two meetings.
because you didn't.
I can speak on
you
this.
weren't
I'm the one that handled it.
forthcoming.
Yes, thank you.
You weren't
On
forthcoming
January
the-
7th, we had a public hearing. 2 prior to that were workshops where we talked over 4 rate.
Right, but you
increase.
weren't
No,
sworn
listen,
in as
listen.
council members when you
Exactly.
did that,
They
and
were
that's
not.
legit.
They
Jay
were
has
not
the
on the
floor.
7th.
No,
They were
weren't.
not on the 7th. They
That's
were not
correct.
sworn in.
So
That is correct.
that
So
meeting
also,
is not legitimate.
you need to let me speak. On the 7th, at the public hearing that this council did not have to have in order to raise the rates, they still had it. And no, they were not sworn in, and it does not matter. The auditor has been contacted. She was in my office this morning talking about this, and so has MRSC. And I have emails that you are more than welcome to look at, proving that they did not have to be sworn in. They didn't even have to have the public hearing. But they want to be open and transparent to the public and spread awareness of the rate increases.
But being transparent would have said, we're gonna end the bill so that everyone in the town would know in writing, this is what we plan to raise it. You just said there was gonna be a rate increase. People just expected maybe another $3. They didn't expect 50.
It's not my
We
fault.
advertised the
It was
public hearings
advertised.
very heavily.
well. Very
Very
heavily.
well.
We had
Like,
3.
If,
We had 3 of them.
yeah, we had 2 workshops and a public hearing.
Yes.
They were all public.
Selkirk Sun and.
The swearing in is really more of an administrative thing, like, you're,
Yeah, but
you,
it should
you,
go by
the government doesn't
administrative
shut
law.
down January 1st and then wait until the next regular
No,
meeting
you
to
should have been
start up
sworn
again.
in. You should have gone
You
through
can,
the proper
you
procedure
can
and
argue
been
this all
sworn
day,
in.
but I suggest you do your research on it.
I have done my
Okay,
research,
well.
and it's like, when I asked for the minutes, well, can you come by and get them? Well, I come by and there's no minutes for me to see, and you won't allow us to see before you try and
You
approve
cannot
them.
read our minutes till we approve them at this meeting.
They
And
are-
Lori,
they are
I told
official
you
That's
I'd let you
public
read them.
information,
When they're
because
approved.
obviously, everything that's said is in the public, so those minutes are public information.
Yes, but
We
they,
can't not
we cannot
provide
release
that.
them until they're approved.
I personally handed you the public records request for the meeting minutes and you never gave it back to me. You took it home and I haven't seen it.
That's because they
Okay.
weren't ready, they're not.
No, they were ready. From the
You have
previous,
a
anything
copy of
that's
the ones
passed,
that you just approved now?
we haven't approved them yet.
I haven't.
Are
We
these
just
ones?
did,
Just
yeah.
did.
Yeah,
You
these
just
ones,
did.
but you wanted them before they were approved.
You wanted November and December.
Why can't the public read those?
They can
You
read
You
can.
guys
them.
can read them.
Absolutely you can, after they've been approved,
Yes.
Can I have a copy of them?
right here.
Do you want her to have that or the signed
She can
copy?
have my copy.
Okay.
And then last meeting, you voted to have one of the council members have a debit card. Why does a council member need a debit card?
We didn't vote for a council member to have a debit card, we voted to have the clerk to have a debit card, and we voted to have the maintenance manager have a debit card.
Which
No
we can't
council
do.
member.
We will not hold a debit card. It's something that's not available for me and JP from the bank. So it's just strictly checks.
Which is gonna be a problem, but
We'll get through it. It'll be slow.
Thank you.
So we're gonna You're gonna make a motion, or you want someone to make a motion to table the commercial rates?
Yeah, I would make a motion that we table the commercial rates until we have at least,
Let it finish.
at least another meter reading or two, probably two, so we can get summer rates too. And then we revisit the commercial rates, because I do think that it isn't fair to charge an RV park the same as a gas station. You know, the gas station's not open 24/7, they don't have 20 hookups. So I think we need to revisit this, but I think we need to table it for now until we have adequate data.
I will second that motion.
Okay, any comment?
So, I just wanna ask a question. So just to be clear for everybody, myself included, so personal, so homes
Yeah.
are 170.
170,
What is commercial?
commercial's still 200 until we get this,
Revisit.
Okay.
until we revisit it. But we can't do it based on like, well, we feel like
Right.
these people, we have to do it based on
Right,
usage.
right, no, 100%. I just
Yeah.
wanna make sure it's clear for everybody and myself included.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
All in
Okay.
favor?
Oh,
Aye.
Aye.
All in favor?
sorry.
The motion is passed.
Thank you.
Motion.
Thank you, Tim.
Tim, the motion. And Rick seconded it, didn't
Janet did.
I second.
Rick was,
Oh.
yeah.
he? Janet, okay. Okay, now I'm gonna ask Jade to address modification to our internal controls regarding accounts payable.
You guys have what looks like this in your council packet? In our internal controls, the resolution that we did, it states that, the checks, the claim vouchers will be printed and attached to invoice, and then you guys sign the corner of it. I wanted to bring this to your guys' attention. This is straight from, Springbrook. This would be, so if I were to do this, it would be for the month. This would be all your accounts payable in one, I guess one sheet, and it would show you the fund, everything. It'll give you the totals down at the bottom. The only downside to this is you guys wouldn't see the checks. So I would present this to you guys, and then you guys would look through it with the invoices. But the checks wouldn't be seen until the next day when Janet and Pete sign them, and then a council member. That's the only downside to it, but I wanted you guys to see this. This is something new for me and you guys. We don't have to, you guys don't have to, but I want you guys to be aware that this is in our program.
It would simplify.
This would definitely streamline the process of getting.
And it's available to every council member to come in and look
And this
at
is
it,
available-
review their file.
To you guys, I can print this off and put it in your council packet every meeting.
Perfect.
Sounds good to me.
So, is this all of our monthly bills? Or
No,
That's
this
just
is,
a
that's just
couple
an
of them.
example. That's
This is just an example.
Yeah, but you guys are still getting
But
the
you'll probably
checks.
get like 4 or 5 pages of that.
Yeah. Something for you guys, you don't have to do anything with it tonight, but I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention.
Okay.
To maybe think about it. This is not in my software, I was able to delete this. So if, say there's like, so I would be doing everything. You guys would see the outstanding, and you guys would see our monthly. So if there was something on here that you guys didn't want, you could cross it out, and then 2 council members would initial that you guys were not paying that this month.
Okay,
So just something to think about, that this does exist.
that would make it a little easier than flipping through a whole stack of checks.
This is just a synopsis of everything she's doing.
Yeah.
Would the checks still be available for us to review if we
Yeah.
requested to?
Yeah.
Okay,
Usually P and Janet sign them the next day,
right.
and then I get them mailed out. So
You could hold them for a day.
yeah, and then I have the check stubs too, also in my file too.
Okay.
It's also utilizing Springbrook.
And
Yeah.
it's utilizing Springbrook.
So there's a
We're paying for it.
Yeah.
This is new business?
Do we need a motion for that?
I think that we would have to amend
Amend,
the internal control policy that we have in right now.
okay.
Because right now it's just for the going through the checks and initially, and then we would have to put the wording in for the
And
new
actually
accounts
just
table.
table
Could
it
you
because
write up
Amanda
an
needs a
amended
chance to look at it.
one so we can vote on it at the next meeting?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can work on the, amending the, internal controls procedure and try to incorporate this into it, and then we can vote on it next meeting.
Yeah, I'll make sure to
Great.
have it on the agenda.
Okay.
Okay, new business. Tim Terrell again. He's been working on the RV, working with the RV parks to formalize a contract for water and sewer rates, trying to get us all on the same page.
Yeah, so I've passed out an addendum to the water and sewer agreement that was originally dated February 24th, 2022. Mackenzie's and the Reeves got, they have a signed agreement already dated the same. And basically it's exactly the same. They pay a base rate, which is whatever the commercial rate is, and then $2 a day, $1 for sewer and $1 for water, in addition for every spot that's occupied per day. And after meeting with them, we heard you guys' concerns, and one of the things that we had agreed to change was that included in your monthly bill will be a monthly occupancy ledger, so the auditor can verify how many spots were filled each month. So I can just go through it. The monthly occupancy ledger, the customer shall provide a monthly occupancy ledger with each utility payment. The ledger shall list each RV space and indicate whether the space was occupied at any time during the prior calendar month. Because so billing cycle and monthly reconciliation, so since they can't really tell how many spots they had until the 31st of the month, and the bills go out like the first week of the month, it's gonna be a month behind. So because RV occupancy cannot be determined at the beginning of the billing month, per space charges shall be calculated using the prior month actual occupancy. The town will issue a regular monthly bill at the beginning of each month for the base commercial charge. The customer will submit the occupancy ledger covering the previous calendar month at the time the payment is made. 24th, 2022 agreement, and doesn't establish new utility charges, except for the ones that, it's based on, the letter said that you will pay the commercial rate, and we just changed that, so. It only establishes administrative billing procedures. So, if council's comfortable with it, I'd like to make a motion to adopt this addendum to the water and sewer agreement, and we can send it to the two RV parks and have them sign it and return it.
I have a question first.
Yes, sir.
So you're talking about a ledger that we have to
Yeah.
do? The one that I provide, it comes perfect.
It's
But you're
perfect.
saying each spot I have to keep track of, even if they don't have a rig on it? That's the way I heard it.
Yeah, so if you've got, how many
That's
spots
way
did you
too-
have?
If you have 32 spots and you know you only have 10 people in there, then that's your ledger.
Yeah,
That
So I
would
don't
be
have to
your
keep track of, oh, number
The empty
10,
ones, you just need to
number
know.
10 doesn't have anybody every
Right.
month.
Right.
yeah.
Just the ledger that I've been providing. is
The one that
enough.
you provided was perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just,
I was thinking,
this is really an
geez, more
administrative
paperwork.
thing, like, you've been doing it all along, it's just, we have to be able to prove to
Right,
the auditor
And I
how many spots
understand
were
that.
occupied, and so we need that, we need that. And you guys had mentioned that, yeah, I can't foresee the future, I don't know until the 31st of the month how many spots were occupied, so you're
Yeah.
gonna be paying that like a month behind.
Yes.
And that's
how
fine.
we've always
And-
done
and
it
so-
for 30 years.
And
so-
this just solidifies that, so.
Yeah,
Okay, you can expect this in the mail if we approve it. I'd make a motion to approve the addendum to the water and sewer agreement.
I'll
Have
make
a
a second.
second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you for looking into that.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
no problem.
Okay, we don't have a county commissioner. Fire district.
Alright. So, for the month of January, Fire District 2 had a total of 179 calls. The town of Metaline had 0 calls. And that's down from 6 last year. So, you guys are healthier than you were a year ago. The other news is that Fire District 2 and Ponderay County Fire District 4 had a vote yesterday, and currently, until it's certified, the vote, at least right now, looks overwhelmingly in the affirmative for Fire District 4 to join us. So that won't change any services for you guys here, but that just expands our coverage of fire service all the way down to the outskirts of Newport. So Any questions?
They had a manpower problem down there, didn't they?
Amongst others, yes.
Glenn?
Yes, sir. So I have your report plus 3 additional items. So for January, you had 7 calls for service. The first was an agency assist where a deputy stood by at a council meeting. Fraud, where an individual reported they were having unauthorized charges on a credit card. That's all handled through the bank, but the bank requires they make a report to law enforcement, so there's a record in our system for that. One malicious mischief was the contractor caused some damage. The suspect admitted to what occurred in there, and the report's been forwarded to the prosecutor for charges. One paper service, just us delivering court papers to an individual. 3 traffic stops. One was a verbal warning for speed. One was an infraction for failing to stop at a stop sign. And I guess the third one was also a verbal warning for speed. So we have a couple of new guys that are very aggressive with traffic, and they're rotating up here. So we will see what happens. I haven't got any complaints from the public yet that they're too aggressive, so we'll wait and see how that occurs. Any questions on the calls for service? Okay, so with the 3 additional items, one of them, I just got the word today that we have given 2 conditional offers of employment for 2 brand new deputies. Both of them want to live at the north end of the county. One's already bought a house here. So they're both brand new, so they're gonna have to go through the full academy. Sounds like it'll be in Spokane. Probably won't be till later in the summer till they get through, but that kind of helps solve our issue up here. We'll have plenty of manpower stationed and living here in the north end of the county. So I'm excited about that. I don't want to jinx it because there's a couple of things, the polygraph and psych, that they have to complete. We have every confidence that they will, but until I get that official, then they can't actually start on the payroll. So we're anxiously anticipating that to occur. I came back, last week I went to Olympia with a lot of other law enforcement officials and prosecutors. There was roughly 75 to 100 of us that spent some time at the Capitol talking to legislators over there. I was able to talk to our Senator Shelley Short and one of our representatives, Hunter Abel. Basically, the overall message that they both had for everybody up here is keep weighing in on bills. Go onto the legislative website, find what you're passionate about, weigh in, pro, con, indifferent, whatever it is. Let the legislature know what your thoughts are on these bills. It makes a huge difference when they get participation from the public. Doesn't mean they'll always side with us or agree with us, but at least they'll hear our voice. And it is hugely effective over there. So please keep weighing in on bills. And the last thing I had was I got bad news recently from Parks and Recreation. So every year the federal government gives Parks and Recreation in Washington State money that they then filter down to the local jurisdictions for boating enforcement. The state and the federal government are not playing nice right now, and so that money disappears. So what that means is the only money I have for boating enforcement this year is what we get from registrations, which runs about $6,000 to $8,000 a year. That's all I have for the boating patrol for this year. So you will not see them as much as you have, and people already complain they're not seeing them enough. So what I'm encouraging everybody is if you see something going on, please still report it. We're going to try to find some creative ways to respond to some of this stuff and still enforce boating regulations. But more than 2/3 of my budget for boating enforcement is out the window for this year. So we will hope for, yes.
Yeah, Sheriff Blake, so do you have a boat stationed here in the north end?
Not currently. We have in the past. We had one up at Boundary Dam for a few years. We haven't at this point. Doesn't mean we couldn't have one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've been informed, but Boundary has had a rescue squad traditionally, and we would respond to incidents on the reservoir, but it sounds like that may be dissolving, so.
If you could get me some more solid information or who to contact on that, because we would like to be, because we have in years past relied on them to handle things in the canyon.
Yeah.
If that's not going to be available, we would definitely want to be aware of that.
Okay, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a swift water rescue
Who's that?
at the dam.
Yeah, so
I don't think.
that box, yeah, I don't think they cover between box and boundary.
That is our territory.
Okay.
Well, if there's a resource that's going away, we would want to be aware of that so we can make sure that we're supplementing as best we can and potentially leaving a resource here so it's quicker response.
Okay, when I go to work, I'll tell them I'll let you know.
Perfect. And they can contact me directly at the
For
office.
sure.
Excellent. Any questions on any of that other stuff?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, council reports, Tim,
I don't really have anything.
Janet,
I don't have anything, nothing's,
Alicia,
nope.
Rick?
Park looks good.
Yep. Okay. We approve the monthly bills.
Your check register is on front and all of the checks are in order.
Such a small amount that's costing us more. I know. He did it.
I signed them.
Did you still look at? Yeah, this one's looking.
Janet,
Janet,
can you sign the meeting minutes, please?
Yes.
an official bouquet.
Oh, that's not, oh, yes, special blue pen. I have a question for you. My dues, I know I paid them, but I just got another bill for them. I'll stop in it.
Do you need a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the monthly bills.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We approve the payroll.
On your business treasurer's report is, there's a little accounts payable section. Payroll is $5,821.09 this month. And then you see it's broke down between GP, myself, and Tim.
I like that.
It's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve payroll for this month.
Second,
I'll second payroll for the month.
comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is passed. Approve the January and February expense vouchers.
Okay, there's 2 vouchers. Your guys' voucher total is $282 between the two. There's your.
Do you need someone outside of you or to initial those that we've looked at them? Or do you want all of us to initial that? Does it matter for you, keeping? Just one council?
That's it.
It'd be good for, did you do the reconciliations?
I did.
Yeah,
Well, I did the reconciliation. Rick came in and did the bills yesterday, but I did the reconciliation too.
it'd be good to get at least one of your initials on there.
We're not sure about what. What is it? This says right here, the breakdown.
No, this. Is that what we get bring in also?
No, that's what it cost us.
Yeah.
This is what it cost.
Do you need a motion?
I'll make a motion to pay the monthly total vouchers.
Second,
I'll second.
comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Present for approval the miscellaneous outstanding bills. Again,
Chipping away at them.
It's
It's
in
getting,
somewhere.
it is getting smaller.
how much do we have available?
That's money market.
My hand, I'm not opposed to the That's just my first one.
I agree.
So we should, I don't know. I
I
don't look
thought
at
we
it.
paid this, the unemployment one,
We did, but we have a penalty for being late.
so it's just the
Yeah.
penalty we owe?
It's only
We'll all
220.
look at them and then-
Everything's kind of on pause right now, so we're getting caught up.
So if we pay that penalty, we'll be caught up.
Yeah, anything that has a penalty.
If
and
everything is
interest.
registered in their system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's, what was I doing? That's the projected amount after the accounts payable.
ones like this one we can't ignore.
Yeah, how much would we?
Should have a total.
You guys are only, so you guys have been catching up, you're only one payment behind with them.
Okay,
It's the, I have it on the front, it's, there's the paid, and then the next invoice is for September. And then the one after that is March.
okay.
So one payment and we're caught up?
Yes.
And, okay, I'd say that goes to the top.
What is it?
To the top. Springbook, we owe them another $10,000.
No,
That's something we
it's
have to
not.
have.
I can discard the Springbook.
What do we vote on?
Springbok.
Wait, this is 26. No, we have to pay that.
Yeah,
Oh, that'll hurt.
It was back a year and a half.
You guys did get your impact payment, by the way, just not on the treasurer's report.
What about the insurance? Have we paid that
That's
yet?
in there.
That's in here.
It's your
Okay.
next one. That's your broker.
That's the broker fee. I'll put that at the top of the pile.
Instead of here.
Put that at the top of the pile. That's gonna hurt.
They will work with us.
These are gonna be at the top.
Springbrook will?
Sorry.
Over the,
We gotta pay insurance.
Yeah.
That's gotta happen.
Okay.
Big Sky, that's the sewer.
Yeah,
Yes.
So I would say this is number one.
way more.
you guys are down to the big ones now.
So is this the
They're
total
all
right here?
big ones.
I'm sorry.
Correct in March.
So that's, yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
is
don't
it, and then we're done.
Yes, and then we're current,
That's what I mean, yeah.
This is all of the outstanding ones?
and then this is number one, this is our insurance.
Oh,
And we have to pay that.
yes.
They don't do payments.
Will Springbrook take payments?
I can call and ask them.
Okay.
I mean, we were like
Pretty sure
almost
this
2
is
years
the-
behind, and they let us get caught. They know our situation, Jason also.
All right, I would put this one at the bottom of the pile then.
Okay.
Big Sky,
And that one.
yeah, and that
We
one.
gotta pay them.
We gotta pay Big Sky.
Yeah, because they,
We gotta pay Adverse, they're local.
Yeah.
Tri-County Economic Development District 2026 membership dues, $100.
I don't
Yeah,
know
those are
what we
dues
get
that
from
we're
that.
supposed to.
What do we get from that?
What's the date on that? Hold on to that for a little bit. I had to talk to him about some stuff on that.
Hold off on that
Yeah,
one?
just hold that for just a little bit here. I need to talk to him about it.
All right, thanks JP.
Yep.
Tri-County Economic Development District, what do we get for $100? They say, please let us know if you have any questions.
well, we can call and get an answer.
Call them and get an answer.
All right.
That's your job.
AWC, why are we paying them?
That's our old insurance.
That's our old insurance, we don't need a membership to them.
I don't know because our budget gets sent to them.
Why? We have new insurance.
I know, but it
We
still has
paid
to
it,
go to
I paid it
AWC.
last year.
I'd call on that one too.
Yeah,
All right,
so this looks like what we got. from
that's,
Sharon.
that's through this filter anyway, you guys can,
So we have our insurance for the town.
Yeah.
That's gonna be first.
top priority.
Top. Then we have, or no,
There's the insurance and then the broker fee.
Right.
oh, the
Yes.
oh, okay.
Yep, those have to go
Scared
together.
myself.
They go together.
They have to go. And then we have Department of Ecology. It
It's our
has,
loan, it's,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah, but we'll be caught up with this
we caught
payment.
up with that payment.
And then Big Sky, who just did this. And they did it net. They'll be on the 17th. Yeah,
Want them to come back if we need them.
yes,
That's
And
actually way
then-
more reasonable than I expected.
yes, it is more reasonable.
They're actually
So-
coming up with a number to do like a quarter of the town a year.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, every 4
Okay.
years, the town is
And this one, are
flushed clean.
we can't keep going with these interest and penalties on
Yeah,
this one.
I'd say
so-
pay that one too, in unemployment.
So these will go to Jade, and those two can go back in the file.
Yeah, if you want to pass them down, let them.
They just looked at
Oh,
it,
you guys did?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We're all on the
We
same
can follow
page.
up on these
so those
tomorrow.
can go back in.
Right.
I think, no, wait a minute.
And
I'll
then
be
I'll-
here.
You don't wanna just put them on top and put those on the bottom, so she knows which ones we okayed?
Put those ones
There you go.
horizontally and these ones
Perfect.
vertically. JP, what's the status of, we approved some money for having this lift station.
Oh, that was actually on my report. The parts are ordered. A couple of things are on back order. It should be here the first week of March.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good.
yeah.
More to come on that.
We're chipping away. This
Yeah.
is good news.
I'll make a motion to approve the miscellaneous outstanding bills that
Yeah,
we just discussed.
okay, second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
I,
Stack's getting shorter.
Jade will present the treasurer's report.
Okay, you guys all have a treasurer's report in your council packet. Money market statement, your beginning balance was $38,796.17. You guys had 6 deposits, of $27,163.36. 2 withdrawals, that was the 2 bank transfers, they were approved by the council, and then Janet and Pete approved them at the bank. I have all the receipts of that in my office if you guys wanna see it. You guys gained interest of $11.15. Your current and ending balance are the same, so it's $36,158.67 as of today to 11/26. Your business checking statement, your beginning balance was $18,815.26. You guys had 8 deposits of $84,467.08. Let's see. You had 18 debits, and they were checks of $42,029.57. There was no interest. Your current balance is $73,551.36 as of 2/11/26.
Need a motion to accept the treasurer's
I just have
report.
one question. Was this $24,812 transaction between the money market and the checking statement, was that in preparation for the insurance payment?
No, that was the Century West grant money.
Oh,
It
that's
went
right.
into money
Okay.
market, and then we had to switch it, cause I only have checks for the business checking.
Okay, gotcha. So are we gonna need to move some? So we got 73,000
So at
in
the
the checking
bottom-
right now.
Yeah, so your projected balances are right here.
Okay,
And
project,
that's after your, so I didn't do, this is not including the bills you guys just approved.
okay,
So we'll be okay.
So I'll have that probably tomorrow
okay,
when I run through.
cool, I appreciate it. This makes it really easy.
Make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
Second?
Go ahead.
I'll second the treasurer's report.
All in favor?
Aye.
Pass it to Janet.
Janet?
I heard a couple people here have commercial rates. What is that?
Currently it's at $200 a month.
What,
200,
200?
yeah.
So does that affect me too, because the border patrol is listed as commercial?
That would be correct, yes.
Really?
I believe so.
Well, we are gonna be studying to find out what is actually being done, because there's a hell of a difference between the border patrol building and the Western and the mini mart and the restaurant and the RV parks. They're all use different amounts of water, and we might have to just, I have no idea how we're gonna come to a conclusion on how to do that, but we're gonna have to adjust
We
rates.
have meters every month, and then you have them down in front of you, and you know how it's happening.
Yep,
Then we'd have to,
Okay.
then we'd have to charge by the gallon, and it's,
Well, let me explain something to you right quickly, Mr. Mayor. I know somebody that, well, I'm affiliated with a house over in Metaline Falls. We replaced a sewer line, tore up the ground, so seeded it back and put a soaker hose on it, run the water for, oh, probably 8 hours a day for about 2 weeks, and then shut the hose off, and our bill went up about $300.
yeah,
Okay.
it would be a flat
That's
rate.
charged by the gallon. And I realize that we really don't want that, but like I
Right
said,
now-
I've been paying for several years, you can go back and look. The only problem there was it was only 50 cents a month more.
Okay, right now we have a flat rate, everybody pays the same. And there, if we were reading meters, we would read meters, somebody that exceeded that rate, that's all.
Minus, but I paid an extra little bit for the border patrol building.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure, I'd have to go look at my bills, but I think I pay the same thing for the little garage up above. Because that's considered, I think, commercial too.
And that's something we're gonna have to
We're
consider.
gonna be
as soon as
readdressing all of
commercially
that.
zoned.
Well, all I'm saying is, you gotta be fair, and I guess if you raise mine up a little bit higher, God, it's.
Okay.
well,
So when do you guys plan on, excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Kelly.
Okay, Bill,
When are you guys planning on starting to read these meters adjust and figure this all out? When,
So we got our last read in October, I believe it was. I'd like another one in April. That's a good 6 months over winter. And winter's gonna be your low usage time of year, obviously, because no one's watering lawns. So we can't really base rates on the winter time, right? So we need October to April, that gives you your winter numbers. And then I'd like to get maybe 2 or 3 more throughout the summer, so we can kind of average it out throughout the year. Like, who's using water to, who's watering their lawns all summer long, who's letting their lawns die, what businesses use a whole bunch of water, which ones don't really. So we need, it's gonna be until probably the fall, until we're able to do another accurate rate study and start billing a little bit more equitably.
And at the council meetings, we'll be keeping you abreast of what we're finding.
Sure.
And we'll just have an open public meeting too, and discuss those meter readings and
Yeah.
what they might be looking at compared to the flat rate.
And we'll
You
let
guys
people
might
know
wanna
when
stay
we're
with
gonna
the
read
flat
them.
rate.
And if you wanna know what your meter numbers are and how much you've consumed in that time span, you feel free to come down
do
to
you
town hall
guys
and
have
ask.
any past readings sitting anywhere?
We've got a few, but they're kind of sporadic and few and far between. It's not really enough data to, like, I've gone through the folder that JP was able to find, and it's not really enough solid data through enough, like, solid time spans to really get a good accurate.
It's only a spring and fall rating for me.
If that,
is all it was.
sometimes
And I
there's some
think it was
years,
several years ago.
yeah, several years ago,
Several
so
years ago.
it's not real up-to-date data, it's very
not
sporadic
very
data,
We
so
got this-
we're,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah, go ahead.
JP, we got this all laid out on a spreadsheet, right? So that we can,
Now.
we do now. Well, we had it before, back when we first put in the water system,
You
Roberto.
might have had it, but good luck.
Yeah, I
finding
know,
that
I got,
spreadsheet.
and it's probably on a computer that's,
We're starting from June
yeah,
and
we're
we're setting it up.
just starting
so that
from
we-
scratch.
We really are.
How long would it take to read all of our meters?
It took us
What,
3 days.
200?
It took us about 3 days.
So
Yeah.
3
Two
days
of us took-
pay?
It won't take
To
how
get
long
figured
next
out,
time,
3 days,
some of
but
it was finding
might take
some
Probably
of the
go a little
meters.
faster if you.
Once you know where they're all
It
at,
takes
yeah.
two
Maybe
people,
maybe if you made,
about
someone
3
makes a
days to read
motion
them all.
to pay for someone from PJP to do a 3-day read,
We're having a hard time paying the people we got, so.
right? But you'll get this information sooner if you do that. Money worth today is worth more today than it will be tomorrow.
It is, but we have to account for the seasons too, like I have to go get these meter reads through the
Well, you'll also
summer.
find out where your leaks are during the winter,
It's-
and that's
yep.
a big problem,
Yep.
especially if you're going through filters like crazy and lip pump issues
I
and
totally agree,
totally, I mean, 3 days pay, come on.
yeah.
It's worth it in the forefront, so
Yep.
that you have, so you will be fair to all the residents,
And that's-
not just businesses, all the residents.
That's
right?
what we're looking at doing, but
It takes time.
it
but-
takes time.
and we're trying to
We're
get that
we're
stuff.
working on a shoestring budget here, but we're prioritizing getting these meter numbers throughout this next year.
So the 3 days pay, you could pin it down right away, who's using what.
Yeah, but enough time has to pass, and you have to account for the change in seasons, because people water their lawns more in the summer and barely use any water in the winter.
And our primary concern is the commercial rates and getting those things equitable. And we're working with the people that own those businesses and make sure we're all on the same page. And that's really important. Okay, any more comments? Need a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Pete, you're gonna call DNR?
Thank
Are you
you.
gonna contact DNR? If you don't want to, I will. Okay. I'll do it. 'Cause- and if DNR says that we need like a water truck standby, would you?
Oh, yeah,
guys
no,
do
that's
that?
fine. We can be helpful with that, even if you guys just decided for yourself that you're